Hi, welcome to Pictures, Noise and Words. I'm Hedgie, and this is Wheel. So, I went to a gig earlier this year, and there were 3 bands on. And due to some logistical nightmares, mostly trying to get into the damn place and not being queuing up outside long after the first band has started, I missed Wheel. Wheel were on first, and I caught about the last. I literally walked in and caught the last 3 or 4 minutes. It was one of those things, you know. But when they finished, I mean, literally 3 or 4 minutes later, thank you, good night. I thought, wow, I think I've just seen the end of a Tool gig. And I thought I must check them out one day, and then didn't, because that's what happens, isn't it? Let's face it. And then I looked them up, and it turns out they're kind of well known for being like Tool. And then they got this album, Resident Human, which looks a bit Tool-y, doesn't it? Have I said Tool enough times? So this is Movement by Wheel. I'm not suggesting for a second they're copying Tool or anything like that, but I got a real, and I haven't heard this, or maybe I did. Maybe I heard the last 4 minutes of it, who knows? It's only 4 minutes long, so maybe I did hear the song, if they did it last. But I don't think so. So I haven't heard this. How Tool can you get in 4 minutes, 24 seconds? Probably not very. So I should stop saying Tool and take Wheel for what they are. So yeah, I did promise myself I would check them out. So here we are. But yeah, wow. They sounded very... What was that band's name again? Tool. That was it.
You're daunted by the magnitude this undertaking. So much easier to be strangling in apathy, romanticizing all that would cease to be. But we know the price of silence. We all know the price of silence.
This is what happens when you put a bunch of people in a room and they just refuse to follow the rules basically of making music, and when they're heavily influenced by possibly some other band. I think some of it's kind of off-putting. It's kind of difficult to listen to. And I don't know what the point of the video was. It would probably help if I knew what the words were. But then some of it, you're just like, I don't know how to say this, but it's almost like when it just lets itself go, when it lets itself relax a little bit from all of that syncopation that makes it so, oh, this is hard work, and then it just relaxes and lets itself go, and it's like, go, da 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 da. Admittedly, when it goes a bit Tool, and it kind of comes alive, and you're like, oh, hang on, yes, there's definitely something here. I imagine a Wheel album gets you in the right mood for listening to it, if you see what I mean. Sometimes you take a song out of an album out of context, and it's like, I'm not in the right mental frame of mind for this or whatever, and it becomes quite difficult. But whereas on, like, you take a Tool song, some of the Tool songs, I mean, yeah, you can play Vicarious or you can play The Pot, just out of context, and they work. But quite a lot of Tool is the same. If you just took it off the album, played on its own, it's like, I'm not ready for this sort of thing. And I think that might be the case here. I think if you listen to the whole album, you would be on board with it after, say a track, and then the next track, you'd be your brain's working in the right way, because as it stands, right fresh, you're sort of like, whoa. Clearly know what they're doing. Off one song, I can't tell how much of their own identity they have. Like I say, I heard the last 3-4 minutes when I walked into the gig, and my immediate thing was, I've just seen the end of a Tool gig. So I was really, actually, I remember thinking, oh damn, I wish I'd seen the rest of it, because that last 4 minutes was fantastic. So yeah, Wheel, if you want some more of that kind of music in your life, definitely check them out. Got this album, Resident Human, came out, don't know when, a while back. This song is 2 years old, so yeah. So I'm here because I saw them once. It's because I'm here because I nearly saw them once, and I've dragged you along with me. You're welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.